And so as I look into the advanced options, there's a number of filters that are applied by default. And we have some other videos and whatnot where we go into detail here. But there's some filters that are applied that are called fixed. And their intent is to filter out the sequencing errors so that my SNP report isn't filled with primarily sequencing errors. But it is something to make note of. In some workflows, you may want to bring everything through and then filter downstream. So I can remove these hard filters completely if I want. I can also change some of the depth filters and probability filters and percentage filters on the editable filters, and these are undoable downstream. And so it's just something to keep in mind that as you run your assembly, that you do have some permanent filters in place and also some soft editable filters in place. And they're located on this assembly options page under advanced assembly options. And now I can name this project and pick an output folder. You can see we're getting a number of output options. We're going to get .assemblies and .fqb. And so this is something, we have two different formats that can be saved out from our assembler. And for large-scale things, anything aligned to human genomes for certain .assemblies, which they aren't editable, they're BAM file-based, but they have virtually an unlimited capacity. So the really big assemblies will always go to BAM. Smaller assemblies, though, we can save, and that's smaller, I mean a few million, 5 million, 6 million reads, something like that. So generally microbial genomes and smaller, we can create an editable format, and it's a seqNet Pro format. So again, for validation of human exomes, you're probably just going to want the Illumina of .assembly output. For the constructs, the DNA constructs and verifications, you might want to go in and edit. So you might want to use the information and edit and create a consensus. Then you might want the seqNet Pro format. So just a couple of different options depending, again, on what your workflow is. And when we click next, what we see here is a script. These are instructions for the assembler to load all the ABI files, load all the Illumina data, and assemble it. And that takes just a couple of minutes to crunch through that. So I'm just going to, what will happen when it's done is there'll be a button here that says launch it in seqNet Pro, so you can go ahead and start doing analysis. We're not going to wait a couple minutes for that, so I'm going to go right into one of the assemblies. And so here is, so I'm going to show you actually two different two-step process that I did. One is just the Illumina data. So here's an E. coli Illumina. So usually as a user, you don't know that you've got areas that have problems until you first assemble it. And so I'm going to open seqNet Pro, and I'm going to take that same data set where it just had the Illumina data assembled, just to kind of show you what some of the problems are in this particular data. Okay, so here's my Illumina data. Make this bigger here for you. And I'm just going to scroll through, and you can see it's pretty thin, as the first thing you kind of notice. It's not a lot of coverage here. And in fact, there's some areas here, if I go to a coverage report, and sort by depth, there are areas where there's no coverage at all. So there's a couple spots. Not too uncommon when you're doing genome resequencing. If you're doing targeted resequencing, that's probably not as common. But here we got some thin areas. There's other problematic areas where the Illumina data just didn't sequence very well for this particular trait. We can also run a SNP report. And the SNP report is showing me some positions then that are showing variation. So I can, if I position this right, I can see there's some clear variance here. Here's a more problematic area. You can see reads got the triangle there, areas are trim points. Reads got trim back. You have some kind of messy-looking gapping there. And there's just areas like that for short reads. Might be a structural variation that's occurring here. And short reads just don't resolve it very well. And you really need to read length to kind of figure out what's going on in these sort of areas. And so you can kind of see them here and say, well, maybe I want to go and resequence this area with Sanger data. So that's just a case of where we might do that. You can also mark the area too. So one workflow is to say, well, these are areas of interest. I'm going to